Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to share with you the best matte palette that is out there. If you are looking for great quality with a great formula, just blendable, pigmented, not chalky, not dry, matte eyeshadows, then this is the video for you because I am obsessed with these eyeshadows that I really want to buy 20 backups of this palette. I am obsessed, and that is the IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette. I am so obsessed. I can't even describe it. This is what the box looks like if you're going to purchase it in the store. On the back it tells you all of the beautiful colors and what their names are, and it is amazing. It says anti-aging and skin loving, hydrolyzed collagen, silk, antioxidants, developed with plastic surgeons and dermatologists, clinically tested, talc-free, paraben-free, and cruelty-free. I am just so excited. I've been wanting this palette since it has been released. I believe it was back in, I don't even know, 2014 maybe? I can't remember. I did look it up and now I forget. But since it's been released, I've been wanting it for years. And this was part of the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. And the one day this was an online only deal for $21, 50% off. And I'm trying not to buy eyeshadows, but I'm like, you know what? I need to purchase this palette because I've heard great things. And I'm really looking for that every single day, just quick eye makeup look that is flawless and that's going to be foolproof and always going to work for me. Because yes, I do have these beautiful palettes that are super popular and I love them, but they aren't like an everyday palette, you know. They're really kind of like when I'm going out and, you know, or doing videos or whatever, or just playing around with makeup, you know, and coming up with different looks. But this palette, I really want it to be that every single day palette, but I can turn it into being a smoky eye and going out type of look. And I really am just interested in matte shades, especially at the moment. I have the Naked Basics palettes. I have both of them. And honestly, like, I like the shades, but I'm not impressed with the quality and the formula of them. I find them to be very powdery and very chalky and dry, and they don't blend as well. I feel like that on the eye, it just doesn't grab my attention. It just doesn't do it for me. And what other matte palettes I have? Let me look. I don't know. I just have so many higher end palettes, and I have, you know, matte shadows within those palettes, but every matte shadow palette that I have, which isn't a ton, it just doesn't work for me. It's not something that, you know, I gravitate towards. So I really want to try this palette, especially for 50% off. I do have to say that this palette is worth the $42. I am not judging it on the fact that I only spent $21. Of course, 21 bucks, that's a steal, but for a $42 palette for, I believe you get 16 eyeshadows, it is phenomenal. So they did change the packaging. Before, the packaging was kind of like a velvet velour type packaging, and then it had its name printed on there, and basically people were complaining that it just like rubs off. But this is kind of like a like rubber matte, I don't know, it feels kind of poofy. I don't want to say like leather, but it's kind of like that. But yeah, it's not like velvet, and the name is not going to rub off, which who wants that to happen? You know, I want my makeup products to look used on the inside, but the packaging, not so much. I wanted to keep it clean. It's a very sleek palette, nothing too, you know, long, nothing too thick. I love the color of it. It's like this beautiful blush color. Kind of reminds me of the Anastasia. Where's that palette at? Actually, it's kind of close. Now the Anastasia one is like the velvet. I think it's thinner than the Anastasia one, but color-wise, it's almost similar. Yeah, now the only thing is, what I don't like about this palette is the packaging. The product is great, but here it's like this lip, and you have to like stick your nail in there, which did cause a little chipping in my thumb, which that's fine. But that's the only thing that kind of, and it's magnetized. However, if you're going to throw this in your handbag or luggage bag or whatever and take it on the go, travel with it, it's not going to come open because of that lip. It's not like where, you know, all the other palettes out there. It's just like this. This wraps around, so it's going to be super safe, okay? I feel like I'm talking a lot about the packaging, but I just want to let you know about everything. So there is rose gold on the inside, which I feel like can I don't know. I feel like it sometimes can be a little bit shiny, especially if it's like really bright when you're doing your makeup. This can reflect, but you know, I don't really find that much of a problem with it. It says naturally pretty, you know, on the inside here, and then here are your shadows. So all of them are matte, and then you get this transforming pearl here down below, and it is beautiful. And what you can do is you can put the mattes on, and then you can use this transforming pearl shade to put over the eyeshadow to make it a shimmer shadow and not a matte, which I think is super, super cool. So I can basically get, you know, you get 16 shades, you're getting 15 mattes. So basically you almost are getting 30 eyeshadows because of this here. Well, actually 31, because this would count as 16, and then you can add that on to the other 15 technically eyeshadows and make, you know, 31 eyeshadows, all different colors. So that is pretty damn cool. Can you say damn on here? I'm sorry. So that's pretty dang cool. Also, the only thing is I see is some wear and tear kind of on the outside, like right here on these edges from it being open, from opening and closing it, I guess, which hopefully it doesn't get too worn down over time, especially if this is something you're going to use every single day and love it. But see how you can see how the packaging reflects the light? But these shades are just so beautiful. I have on the matte shades like in the crease and outer V, and then I did add this Stila on today just because I was like really in the mood. I've been using this just as like a matte look. I've even, like, the transforming pearl is great like in the inner corner or as a highlight, as well as just on the lid as a regular eyeshadow, but it does work really great over the other shades. But these colors in here, I just feel like, you know, they're not like super like unique. I feel like you get like these purples and the blues, and then you get this nice like black, but I feel like it's very almost like a black blue. And on them, I've been trying to use them very lightly because on them they have the IT, you know, logo on them. I'm not sure if you can see that. Okay, so it's really, really nice. I love like these warmer tones. I like how, you know, you get those blues and purples in there because they're really, really pretty, and they're very wearable shades. You know, that was the only thing that I was kind of worried about purchasing this palette, was like, am I going to be wearing those blues and purples? Even though I do wear purple every now and then, but I'm like, how often am I going to be using those shades to make this palette worth it? And they're totally wearable blue and purple shades. So I really, really love that. I wish they maybe would have threw like a green in here. That would have been kind of nice because I feel like for hazel eyes, you know, the green really pulls it out, pulls my eye color out. But I just love the lighter shades, and they blend so well. That is probably my favorite thing about this palette, is that the blendability of these shades. It is so easy, so fast in the morning. Although I have to say, I thought when I watched some reviews back in the day, they said that it came with an eyeshadow brush, which I was looking forward to. And maybe they came with the eyeshadow brush with PR. I don't know. But this did not come with an eyeshadow brush. So I was kind of bummed about that. But I do want to buy, they have a set at Ulta with the like double-ended eyeshadow brushes for like $28 or something. I do eventually one day like to purchase those and try them out. But with my eyeshadow brushes, I have these blend so well. They're beautiful. I don't feel like my eyeshadow is like, you know, just drawn on and just like bam. It just blends out so well. And I just realized I forgot to put mascara on today. Oh well. I'll do that after this video. But these just blend so well, and the pigmentation is great. They're not super overly pigmented where it's hard to blend, and they're not like no pigmentation at all and you have to like dig in there, because you don't have to dig at all. You get enough pigmentation and enough color on that brush, and it just blends and blends and blends. And I've even, like today with my outer V, I even just used a little bit and kept building up and building up, and it just blended so smoothly. And it's just gorgeous how they look on the eyes. And I love this palette. This is my all-time favorite matte palette. Now, on the box, it does say Matte Luxe eyeshadows. Now, some people say that these are not fully matte. To me, and the way when swatching them myself, they look matte to me. Now, they don't look like a dry matte and like a cakey matte and just a crumbly and chalky matte shadow. They have like hydrating like formula. I don't even know. It feels very, very nice when you do swatch them, because I feel like with some mattes, you can just feel how dry they are and just how cakey they feel. These are just so smooth. And some people describe these as a satin finish. I would not describe them as a satin finish. They are definitely way more matte than a satin finish. They're just gorgeous, and I consider these to be fully matte shadows, in my opinion. And they're just beautiful. So I would definitely recommend picking up this palette. It is gorgeous. They do have another one that has like a green, like a lime green shadow in it. I forget what that's called. It's like volume 2. This is volume 1, Naturally Pretty. That one I believe is called volume 2, Naturally Pretty. I don't have a desire to pick up that palette, but the fact of the matter is I love this one so much that I almost just want to buy that one as well. So I love it. I definitely recommend picking it up, and I just want to talk about it. I know maybe some people this is old news, but oh my god, it's new to me and I'm loving it. So I have to say this is the best matte eyeshadow palette that I've ever have tried, because I have returned the Tarte ones in the past. You know, their mattes are horrible. If you tried Tarte mattes and like them, oh my god, those do not blend whatsoever. So these are the best matte shadows, high-end, that I have ever tried. And even at the drugstore, these are just wonderful, wonderful shadows. So I highly recommend picking it up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all later. Bye guys.